don't believe that.
Karen's gonna shoot me.
But that rally is 9 to 3, January 31st at the Capitol. If anybody wants to attend, show up, communicate with each other, find people in other counties.
In the rotunda?
No, it's outside.
Outside.
I don't think you're gonna fit all these people in there.
It'd take forever to get them in.
They were very well received at the last rally, which I believe was on the 7th.
They were armed. They were able to tour.
Yeah.
They toured the Capitol with guns. That's how well received they were.
The bills that are proposed, are those all from Jefferson County?
One from Fayette County, all the rest of them are from Jefferson.
Where's this guy? We need him up here.
And all of them by Democrats, not one Republican in the bunch.
Not one Republican in the bunch.
Correct.
Okay.
But really watch this Senate Bill 32. It is active on the Senate. It could, I doubt it, but it has a chance. It got out of the House. So the rest of them haven't made it out of the House.
Where does our senator stand on this? Where does our senator stand on this?
That's a question you need to talk to him about. And he was supposed to be here, unfortunately couldn't make it. And yes, regardless of what you believe, he did want to be here. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, that's something that you need to watch, because you need to ask these politicians where they stand, because you don't know what kind of backdoor deals.
I have asked,
They got going on.
I have asked, but I'm not gonna campaign. That's for y'all to ask, and him to answer.
I know that.
They all have phone numbers you can call.
That's right.
That's right.
You can email them through the LRC website as well.
That's right.
Don't do it because it gets a copy and paste answer. That's the problem with the email. Call them. Don't email, it's copy and paste.
I'd be happy to try to set up a meeting with Mr. Hornbaugh for the group.
That'd be wonderful, because didn't he co-sponsor the red flag law?
Sir,
Yes.
I'm not getting into that.
I did my homework.
Well, here's my point on that. Where's it at?
What's that?
That red flag law you're talking about. It's never been there.
Really?
No. I didn't say it wouldn't show up. But it hasn't been there and it's not there. That's all I can tell you, because like I said, y'all need to be asking him these questions, not me. But I will be happy to try to set up a meeting for everybody to ask those questions, and he does want to answer it. I spoke with him last night about these things, but I'm not going there. Things could be twisted on me, and I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give someone else's opinion.
I got a question.
Yeah,
It's not about the bills, but it might be a little bit late in the game since this thing got started, but have we talked to all the constables and all of our magistrates? Because I honestly believe we're gonna need all of their support as well.
I don't think you want to get the magistrates involved at this point because their vote could possibly be thrown out.
Okay?
I will tell you, we have good support in this county. I feel very good about the vote. But I'm not gonna jeopardize the work we've all done. I've had some very important people adopt a resolution to present to the court, and I believe they have their own, and I believe we're gonna like it. So, man, I hate this. I gotta watch everything I say.
Yeah, it's being recorded.
I
We
don't
got you
think
on
I've hurt
tape, bro.
myself yet.
Not yet.
Just remember, everything you say will be used against you.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Tom, now I'm all for the Second Amendment, but this resolution has no legal bearing to it, does it?
That is correct.
So all this is something that says Shelby County is not for it, but it doesn't mean it's still
And they will oppose.
right.
What that means, I've yet to figure out. I don't know if legally or not.
We're just holding our elected politicians' feet to the fire.
And,
All we're doing.
and what this does, gives 120 counties in Kentucky. We're probably gonna surpass the 60 county mark tomorrow or really soon. Say you get 100 counties to pass this resolution. When you go to Frankfurt, they're gonna pay attention. You get 20 counties to pass it, maybe not. But you got 100 counties to pass this, and I think we can get there. Maybe more. You're gonna have probably, I'm guessing 10 that won't. Right now, we're at about
Biggest counties with
3 or
most-
4.
Most representation in it, Jefferson, Fayette, I don't know what the county.
Jefferson is still white on the map, but don't believe it. They're pushing.
They're not
They're-
answering.
They're trying.
Yeah.
They're not answering anybody. Jefferson County is trying to push it.
They'll eventually.
And how about
You get enough people pushing, they'll answer. And that's what this does. That's the goal. Get their attention.
Something similar that we could look at would be California voted a few years ago. They voted 60-40 in order to turn down a proposal to include gay marriage. They voted a traditional marriage, but yet San Francisco and many of the others decided, no, we're going to go against the law. Well, they've got what they wanted. So we need to hold everyone accountable. That's what Tommy's saying tonight. It's our responsibility as citizens. Contact your representatives. Let them know how you feel. You're the constituents. Hold their feet to the fire.
Absolutely.
Sir, it's just a little something to help out here possibly. When I lived in Illinois, Illinois didn't have concealed carry. And they weren't gonna have it, and they stamped their feet, and threw themselves on the ground. But there was a movement there for concealed carry, and it went from county to county to county to county. And then when the Illinois State Rifle Association went to court, and they basically asked the question, why can't we have concealed carry? Most of the counties are for it. And that's what, they were forced at that point to adopt concealed carry. They didn't have a choice. So you can do things like that with this too.
That's right.
You know,
And it's happening
and
right
if
now.
Absolutely.
you get enough support, and you get enough counties, and you get a large enough majority, they can't look the other way. They have no choice. Because at that point, if they do something like that, you take them to court and you sue them.
Right.
And then when the court says, no, you can't deny that, then it becomes binding, and they're dead. And once they learn that that opposition is out there, and that grassroots opposition can get organized and will move, then they'll at least have to think about you. They may not do what you want, but they're
That's
gonna
it.
know you're there.
You take that up at the ballot.
Oh, hell yeah. And the other thing you've gotta do is, just voting is not enough. You've gotta contact these people all the time. And I found out some things about that. And one of the things don't just call the complaint. Have a specific agenda that you want addressed. Like you're talking about those safe storage bills. There's a way to kill them, and kill them real easy. You say, well, okay, I think that might be a good idea, but here's a better idea. Why don't you give people a tax credit to purchase this stuff? Once you start asking for funding, now they're screwed. Money's coming.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, sir.
I like that.
I'll shut up now, because if I keep going, we'll be here
Hey,
till 1 or 2.
Hey, part of this meeting is to get the people's input.
That's right.
I mean, that's what we're here for. We're helping, but we're not fighting this. We are. Y'all need to get involved,
Vote.
not just us.
Biggest thing is vote. I talk to people all the time, they go, I just don't vote. I'm like, why? It's not who you can vote for, it's who you can vote against.
A lot of times that's the case.
You have to vote.
I'm gonna make a note. Jump in there, somebody.
Is there any other elected officials besides the sheriff in here?
Yes, and we're gonna get to that shortly.
I think that gentleman has questions.
I knew they would. And we don't want to keep everybody, late. We do have several elected officials here and some looking to be elected. Well, we're gonna give them all a chance to speak if they'd like. I will say that the local officials have been very supportive, and I think everything's looking good there. Y'all are much help.
Accountability is one thing. We can always call people on the phone if we're not on the internet. We can talk to them at work. We got to get everybody involved. When it comes time to vote, accountability. There's a lot of people that may not make it out. They got a lot of stuff going on. They may need a little help. Hey, I'll give you a ride. Let's get a cup of coffee and go vote. Don't tell them who to vote for or what to vote for, but get them out there.
You can urge a little bit, I guess.
Well, the last election I voted up front because I was lying on the table in a hospital having a cardiac procedure done, so plan ahead.
All right. We do have a very important representative here tonight that I think y'all will enjoy meeting. Where'd she go? She might have left. Yeah, you.
Uh-oh. I read it right.
This is Stacy Rockaway. She's a field representative for Thomas Massey and chair of the local Republican committee, right? I'll make sure I said it right. And so Massey has a representative here and the local committee has a representative here. Two of them, matter of fact, I know of. Stand up, somebody, one of you two.
The congressman didn't send me to say what should be in the resolution or shouldn't be, but he just wanted everybody to know that he does support the 2A sanctuary county movement. It may not have the full force of the law, but he believes it does, as these fine people have been saying, it does send a message to Frankfurt as to where their constituents stand. So thank you all for being out here and supporting this.
Thank
you. All right, next, let's see. We have, where's he at? Chris Kleinmeyer.
I'm in the back.
You?
Too long in the fire. Can you guys hear me if I just walk through here?
Yeah.
We've been here for a while, a lot of people, lots of them coming and going. The thoughts I just had is, twice I was stationed, I'm retired Army, and I was in Virginia, I was at Fort Belvoir and in the Pentagon. And I was the president of the Rod and Gun Club at Quantico, one of the largest gun clubs in Virginia. We hunted and we'd do anything to get out of the Pentagon, quite frankly. We'd hunt and fish every chance we got. And I tell you, I am shocked and sad for what I'm seeing going on in Virginia. I never would have thought that would happen. I'm born and raised in Kentucky, so I was out there. I didn't expect to see that on a national front. I just wanted to share one thought with you guys. Mr. McBride's in the back of the room. Mr. McBride's very shy about speaking in public sometime, but he and KC3, Kentucky Coalition to Carry Conceal, have really carried the water for gun owners for a number of years. I'm the vice president, Steve is the president, but he's been at it a lot longer than I ever have been. Right now, we've did litigation on behalf of gun owners, 20 lawsuits, I think that's correct, Mr. McBride. 18 have been settled favorably, 4 gun owners, 2 are still pending. So if you look at the KC3 webpage, there's a lot of language about preemption. What preemption does is exactly what you were talking about, holds the politically elected leadership to the fire if they attempt to do something that is not permissible within this government. But what it does is it makes them kind of pony up on their own behalf if they make illicit actions. It's all laid out on the webpage. And so I just asked the leadership here, because you guys did absolutely a wonderful job. And I'm appreciative myself and my family for that. But KC3's been fighting this fight for a long time, very quietly, but successful. And I would just ask that the leadership consider, look at our webpage and look at the things that we've done. We've been rather successful. And maybe that will help you in your efforts and what you're doing today. I am running for the state legislature, quite frankly, because I've seen what happened in Virginia and I don't want it to happen here. I got a grandson, he's already got a 22 and a 410. I want him to have the childhood I have. I don't want him to grow up in the Kentucky I grew up in. Thank you, sir, for your time.
New cameraman.
All right. County Judge-Exec Dan Icy.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. A little bit of background. I'm a combat vet from Vietnam, 1967. See my brothers out here with their hats on. Thank you for being a brother. Appreciate that. My dad spent 3.5 years as a prisoner of war in the Death March and survived it. You don't have to tell me about keeping guns. I probably got more guns than anybody on physical court has. We're going to keep our guns. We're going to have our resolution, and we're going to support this community. It's that simple. Tom has been great. Called up, we sat down, we talked about what it needed to be, how we were going to do it. There's 8 votes on court. I'm one of 8, but I can tell you, I'm going to introduce the resolution to get those 7 votes and get them going, because we're going to pass that in Shelby County. It's that simple.
By the way, Your Honor, we were still winning in '69 when I got there.
I got it warmed up for you.
All right, next up this evening, we have Jennifer Decker.
Hello. It's really good to look out and see so many of you. I haven't seen you in a while, some of you, and I'm sure you have to look at me and say, is that Jennifer that I used to know? But I've seen a lot of you, and it's great to be here. I'm here tonight. I am running for the State House of Representatives for this district, which is all Shelby County now. And I'm here because I fell in love with 2 things. I fell in love with Shelby County 34 years ago when my husband came here actually as tourists. And when we decided, we were newlyweds, that we would move here, we would stay here forever, we would raise our families here, we would get involved in the community, and we've done all of that. So I've been all kinds of things in Shelby County. When my children were in school, I was elected 9 times to be the parent representative for the school's site-based councils. I was PTA president for a long time. I led Project Graduation. I lead a charity now that many of you may know. It's called Operation Care. We have 2 homeless shelters for women and children. We have a medical clinic for the poor and uninsured. We have 2 food pantries, and we have a thrift store. We've been here 32 years. 33 starts in February. So we are committed to serving the people of Shelby County. So that's one of the reasons I'm running for office, is you all are my neighbors. I fell in love with you a long time ago, served along beside you, and I want to help make good decisions in Frankfort, because it can go real wrong when you have people there who make bad decisions. The other part that I fell in love with was the Constitution. So I'm a lawyer, went to law school 38 years ago, been practicing law of some kind ever since. But when I studied that Constitution, I knew that the reason you hear about America being exceptional, well, the exceptions are caused by that Constitution. Without that Constitution, we don't have any different DNA. We would be the ways of many other countries. It's the Constitution that has to be protected. The Constitution protects rights given by God, not by the lawyers, not by the laws, not by the Constitution. The Constitution protects our rights. It doesn't give us our rights. If government gives you your rights, then they can take them away. Those rights are not the government's to give. They are your rights that God gave you. They predate government. We had a right to defend ourselves before governments ever formed. So it is your right, and you must protect it. You must be the protectors of the Constitution. Now, some people say, I don't like to get involved in politics, and my answer always is, well, politicians like to get involved with you. So you must get involved in politics. Somebody said this resolution does not have legal effect. It has something very powerful. It has political effect. It has political effect in Frankfort, and that's where these laws are being written. I've studied all the pre-filed bills. I would vote against every one of them if I were in Frankfort. So I'm asking for your support. I'm honored to be asked to come tonight. I'm honored to have met with your leaders here. They have done a remarkable job. They have stood up as citizens. This room is packed because of their efforts. I think we all should thank them. Have a great day. So thank you all. If you could help me in any way, I have a Facebook page, Jennifer Decker for State Rep. Go and like it. I'm going to be talking about issues like this, and I would love your input. If I'm elected, I'm going to have town hall meetings. I'm going to try to have find a place to have mobile office hours so you can come and talk to me about things that are important. So thank you all. Thanks for allowing me to be here tonight, and I really appreciate your vote. Thank you.
That's what I wanted.
Where do you stand on this whole thing? You never did really
I'm sorry, on what thing?
say where you stand on the 2A thing.
Oh.
You kind of danced around all the stuff that you're for in Shelby County, but I never did hear you say.
Oh, no, I'm for the resolution. In fact, I'll tell you, I talked to him about it and kind of helped him draft it, so.
Yes, she's been a big supporter.
I'm very much supportive.
You just kind of danced around.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dance. I'm very much supportive of it. This resolution is legally sound. What it does is it just asks your government to recognize that we have these rights. That's what it does. It's a very legal there's nothing, it's a very good document.
Any more questions?
Tom, just one quick side note. We're going to make the resolution, I'm going to make the introduction of it. I'm going to ask for a second, and then I am going to have a roll call vote. There you go. You all be in the audience. You can look at your magistrate, because he's going to have to say, I vote for it or I vote against it. It won't be a voice vote. It will be a roll call vote. So, and I feel confident we're going to have 8 yays and no nays. But I want you to know, it will be a roll call vote.
Great.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Get him.
Anybody else?
Can we get a look at that resolution?
I have asked Tom to not release it. He and I have talked through this, but in all honesty, and we have the media here tonight, I don't want it out in the media till we're ready to get it going.
That needs to belong to us
Yeah.
as a group. And he will read it at the vote. But it is very sound. I'll give you a tip, similar to Lewis County. But that's about as far as I'm willing to go with it. So,
And Congressman Massey spoke out on that bill, was there in support of it. I talked to him Sunday night. He called me at my house, and he and I were talking about this issue. And I also, that night, endorsed him. So you should see that the judge has endorsed Congressman Massey because he is working for us in Shelby County.
That's right, and he
it's
found
hard
Lewis
not to
County.
endorse
Yeah.
Massey. I love him.
Awesome guy.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I just want to make a quick statement here. I was contacted about this through social media months ago. Honestly, I didn't like what I was seeing on social media because it was almost a mob type atmosphere. All my
Who are you?
Mark Northam and Sheriff.
I know people were wondering.
I want to say this, to all the former law enforcement and current law enforcement here, elected officials, certainly military folks, in November of 1983, I took an oath in the rotunda at the state capitol to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Kentucky. And I'm about to cry now. I'm almost moved to tears every time I think about that. Now, I've taken it ceremonially 5 or 6 times since that with a different sheriff's office, or a sheriff just got reelected, and I would take those oaths again. I took it upon my election in January. I was sworn into office, and I took that oath again, and every time it moves me almost to tears because I take it that seriously. Honestly, I'm here tonight because I want to learn about you. And honestly, if I had seen that you all were a mob-type organization or a mob-type atmosphere, and let's go, in the Capitol building with our ARs, which I am a proud owner of some of those folks. And we're going to go and we're going to use terrorist-type tactics to get our way. Through the polls is where you make your voice heard.
Right.
You elect people that uphold the Constitution. So I'm here tonight. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I was skittish. I'm here to learn about you, and I see a lot of friendly faces and a lot of friends in here, and I like the way that you're conducting business. My hat's off to you for the way you're handling yourself.
One quick thing, everybody that went through town signed petitions at all the local businesses. This lady right here is responsible for that. She did all the heavy lifting. She did all the running. Everybody kind of pitched in, but I'm going to tip my hat to her because she made it happen. This is Karen Doyle. She's been a big part of this.
Did you ever get the thing straightened out at Rookie?
Questions have been asked. I think a lot of it got lost.
I heard they were throwing them away.
I don't know if that's
I can't,
true yet.
Yeah, we don't really know. Haven't got a true answer from anybody, so it just kind of is what it
I
is.
believe it was a miscommunication due to company policy, that had to be cleared through corporate before they can put them out, and it never got done. And we weren't informed of that. So when we picked them up, it caused a ruckus, because there was, 6
Only 6
signatures?
signatures.
And we were expecting hundreds from there. But it was
And there's a
because,
lot in the community that did send letters to corporate. They have not responded back. If they want to make a statement to the Sentinel News, that is an option as well.
Tommy, how many signatures do you have, Tom? Do you know?
at this time, in my possession, 839, and we've only collected half of them.
And we need more signatures.
And that's not including who signed tonight.
Yeah, that's not counting tonight. That's just what we've collected.
There's still 20 to 30 still out there we haven't collected from different businesses. The businesses in Shelby County have been extremely supportive in holding this petition for us and pushing it, getting these signatures. I think it's been a great county-wide effort on everybody's part. Nothing else, just to get people active, thinking, get involved, get to the vote. And I expect to proceed to this thing to the state level, probably won't be long with the movement that's going on, with all the attention we've gotten. You know, they're paying attention now, so.
Spencer County just passed this about a week ago, so it's our neighboring counties that's passing it.
Carroll passed it this morning. I don't know where Henry's at yet. But keep pushing. Pay attention. If you have internet, get on there once a week, once a day, I don't care. But get on there and look at this stuff that's going on. It's all right out there and open if you do your homework. I don't have a whole lot else to speak about, other than make sure you're at the vote February 4th, 6:30.
Do they know your page, Tom? Because you've got those in the notes section.
Shelby County, Kentucky Gun Owners' Rights is our group page on Facebook. And that's really all we've got at this point.
There was a front page article on Friday's section of the Shelbyville Sentinel newspaper that was published as well. It tells about the group, tells about the physical court meeting coming up.
That they have to correct.
Of course, Kelly's working on it.
They're cooperating, they're good. So,
You're good.
but I don't know if that was misinformation in the interview I gave them, or they wrote it down wrong. I'm
It'll
not
be
sure.
correct by the end of the week is what I was told, so it's fine.
What?
Oh.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody else want to get in here and help us push this thing? Stay involved. If you don't have internet, your neighbor probably does. Talk to them.
The library does.
The library does, yeah.
And we've all got phones.
And we've all got phones.
We all know people we can call. We all have a short list of people we know we need to call.
Yep. But remember, it only takes one election, and we could be in the same shape Virginia's in. So you gotta get people out there. Yes, sir?
No, even if one election does ruin it, what are we prepared to do? Why are we gonna let an election stop us from protecting our rights?
That's why we're here.
That's why we're
So
here.
it doesn't happen. Oh, because, look at Virginia. They laid down too long. And they thought they'd get away with these things. Now the people have to fight to keep their rights instead of being proactive. I believe it's extremely important to be proactive on these issues. All your constitutional rights. This isn't just about the second. Get out there. If you have that right, use it. That's why we're here. That's why we're in this country. But, yeah, grab your neighbor. Use their internet if you have to. Use their phone. Get informed. Get active.
Write
Vote.
letters.
Huh?
Write letters, make phone calls.
Yeah. All the information is online if you have access. I will take it upon myself to personally try to make a list of these bills and their sponsors for y'all to view. How I'm gonna get it to you, I do not know.
What about numbers? Do you have numbers that we can contact?
I'll give you my number personally. I don't know if it's gonna do you any good, but, my number's 502-931-6441. Anybody wants to chip in, has any questions, contact me. If I don't answer, leave a message. I will get back with you. I'm not in politics whatsoever. I just felt this was important to be proactive, to prevent issues from coming up in the future.
I think they still have all the state reps and senators' phone numbers and addresses on the legislative page, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And their name is beside each bill. The sponsor of that bill is listed right beside it.
That's right.
And there's another section in that page that tells you the original bill number, which I gave both tonight. But it'll also tell you what that bill number was changed to so you can follow it. Cause it, you know, that gets tricky. And sometimes I think it's a tactic. I'm not sure, but I'm not in Frankfurt, so.
Watch what they've done in Virginia.
It is.
You know,
Yeah.
if you read that original bill, I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling what they put in there.
Yeah.
But they dropped it, but they added 3 or 4 more. That, I mean, said, oh, well,
They
we're not
have
gonna
a
pass it.
thing called shell bills,
Mhm.
where they create these bills that have no text. And then all of a sudden, they can take this and put it over there.
Mhm.
And now that bill is that.
Well, one thing we do have good going for us is that they passed this bill that only allows one
Topic for bill.
topic, basically, per bill.
So they can no longer piggyback it?
Correct.
That's right.
Correct. I think that was a huge win for everybody. We have any more questions? Any more input? Doesn't have to be a question.
And I see a lot of business owners here tonight. Thank you for coming, allowing me to put a petition in your business, allowing the public that comes in to sign it, and allowing your employees to sign it. Every signature counts.
Thank y'all for coming and stay active.